Panic and fear gripped hundreds of Chase Bank customers as they rushed to withdraw their money on Wednesday, as reports that the bank would close spread fast on social media. Central Bank Governor Patrick Njoroge and Chase Bank executives put on a brave face, saying these were just malicious rumors. After yesterday's panic withdrawal of funds, this is what customers of Chase Bank woke up to this morning: closed doors, with a notice from the Central Bank of Kenya saying that they appointed the Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation to assure depositors and creditors that their funds are secure. But the reality is businesses cannot pay suppliers this morning, and of course members of the public cannot withdraw funds. The central bank says the decision came after the bank experienced cash flow difficulties, following the panic caused by what they call inaccurate social media reports, and two of its executives stepping down following the release of its financial reports.
Really, it's unfortunate that there are people who cry fire and are happy when things go down, when things crash and so forth. And this is inaccurate information. Now, granted, they could say, well, but we told you so. Exactly, And I think that's the issue here, that there are people who cry that there's fire, and of course there's no fire, or they create the fire, and when the fire turns out, they say, yeah, I told you so.
But customers of the bank are left asking why this happened. The bank reported almost $7 million in losses in 2015. Its restated results showed loans to employees and directors of over $130 million, a figure which is more than the lender's total shareholder funds. So what next for Chase Bank?
We, of course, have our mechanisms, but to support the banks under certain rules. And in the end, it became clear we couldn't use those mechanisms because the rules that applied, that we could have used, do not apply in that case. And secondly, the other thing we tried to do is to get other institutions, partners, this is all yesterday, to support this bank in various ways. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we spent all of yesterday and all of last night doing this, negotiating on this, trying to see how you could get this situation back on path. And we were all disappointed just before 4 o'clock this morning when it became clear that that path was no longer tenable.
Chase Bank is now the third Kenyan lender to be taken over by the regulator since June 2015. Which may indicate a much larger problem brewing in the industry. The regulator says smaller banks are starved of liquidity, with 7 of the nation's 42 institutions holding 80% of financial systems cash, not to mention the increasing number of non-performing loans in the sector. Uche Okoronkwo, CCTV.